take a position that's either anti-woke or it's pro-Christian, pro-Western values, you do get attacked for it. You get attacked by people in your own community, which has been happening to me. And I found it very interesting that when I decided to organise this peaceful event, we literally had, it was just my wife and our own community were the ones that actually were the hardest to deal with. I suggested that we should stand up for our Christian values and our Christian heritage. A bit louder? Can you turn me up a bit? Yep, how's that? Better? Okay. I'll start again. There's no time limit here. We've already paid the fine to have the truck here backwards. So it's okay. They can't find us again. So anyway, when I think my wife and I, when we decided that this is the route that we need to go, we got a lot of backlash from people, a lot more support, but there was a lot of backlash. And it's amazing how if you want to defend your Christian values and your Christian heritage, for some reason, everything conspires against you and attacks you outside of those that don't. But it's okay to treat our Christian monuments disrespectfully, to have no regard for our Christian way of life. It's okay for every other culture to take precedence over ours in our own country. And it's completely mad to me, and I'm assuming it's completely mad to you guys as well. So I think it's just a beautiful thing that we can begin to be courageous and to stand up for our rights and our freedom to be bold. So the Western world, I've always seen it as a light to the rest of the world, because in the West we had the most prosperity, we had human rights or rights for men and women, and these are all underpinned by biblical verses and biblical principles. In the beginning God made man in his image. In the image of God made he him, male and female made he them. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, it's a very different concept and foreign concept to every other religion out there, because that idea that we are made in God's image means we have intrinsic value and that we're special. Other faiths don't believe that, they don't teach that, and we can see by the way their society functions that they don't apply anything like that. I believe it's important that we defend our Christian rights and heritage and our freedom and our prosperity so that we can still be a light to the world, which is truly our purpose here on this earth, in my opinion, is to be a bright light. Where Jesus says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." Now, the reason that we organised this event, it wasn't completely, it wasn't a direct result of what the Muslims did when they surrounded the cathedral. That was the final straw that broke the camel's back, because when that happened, I was shocked that many people sent me, hundreds of people sent me messages showing me that footage. So there was a real issue that I had to deal with as a leader in the Christian community. So I thought about it for a couple of days. You want to get your phone out? Because I thought, how do I deal with this? How do I do this? How do we organise something where we can speak out without losing the narrative? Because you speak out and you speak for Christian values, the narrative becomes, you're a racist, or you're a Islamophobe, or you get called the names. But at the end of the day, I just thought, what does Jesus do? Well, he wasn't nice to people. He was kind, but he spoke the truth. He offended people, and I think we need to do more of that, because if we're not willing to offend people, then we're also not willing to speak the truth, and the truth must prevail. So, with regards to the Shia Muslims that circled around the cathedral, this is a sign and a symbol to them that was unacceptable. That's our holy monuments. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Catholic or not, but there are Catholics here. Any Catholics here?
Amen!
Okay, so there's lots of Catholics here. Now, I'm not a Catholic, and that's a Catholic monument, but it also represents Christianity, which is, Catholics are Christian. Baptists are Christian. We're a Christian community, and we need to form that solidarity and not be in teams. Okay, we can have our different flavours, but ultimately we believe in Jesus, we believe in the Bible, we believe in those principles, and we believe in our culture. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but our culture's been under attack for a long time. You've got people protesting down the other end of the city, and sometimes they have the Australian flag with the Union Jack cover of it. How does that make you feel? That's the Christian part of it. The Union Jack literally is a symbol of Christianity. That's why we've prospered the way we have. And, equality is another one. Why do we have equality in... And when I say equality, I don't mean white equality. Why do we have equality in the West?
I've got to cover my face.
Because the Bible underpins these principles. Men and women are made equal. We have in Galatians chapter 3 that there's neither Jew nor Greek, there's neither bond nor free, male and female, all are one in Christ. Now you think about that idea. That's revolutionary as well. That we're all equal. And it's a beautiful concept when you see it in real time, where people have the same status and when people realise we have intrinsic value. That's what we're standing for now, because there's people coming into this country that don't share those values. There's people coming into this country who believe it's okay to kill somebody else if they apostatize from their faith. When I was doing missionary work when I was in my 20s, I remember we were teaching some people who were from Afghanistan, and we were told to be very careful teaching them and that we couldn't baptize them. For that exact reason, that it's the potential for them to be killed if they were baptized that could really happen. That was a factor that we had to deal with. That's not the same as our culture. We don't have a culture where we would kill someone if they turn from the faith. Actually, the Christian idea is that if someone turns from the faith, we're happy when they come back, but we still treat them with respect and love. We love our enemies. And love has been twisted as well, because we get taught that love is weakness. They've converted love into tolerance. Love is incredibly powerful. Love is the power to give up your own life for spiritual principles of value. That's what love really means. So we need to go back to that, and we need to form real solidarity with other Christians and they don't even have to be Christians, they can be just people of principle. I think that the Christian community is the largest one that we can activate on that path. But we need our strength to come back, and it's not going to come back from the government, it's not going to come back from big organisations, it's going to come back from us organically inspiring others by doing exactly what the Bible teaches us to do, and that's to be a bright, bold light where we are unrelenting and unapologetic for our faith. So let's do that, and let's be confident, and let's be bold as lions, because the righteous are as bold as a lion. One thing I want to share with you guys is that I was pretty well attacked on all fronts for wanting to run this event, this peaceful event, this predominantly Christian event. And it's amazing that we're in a society where our own people are the ones that are attacking us, and they're saying, you can't speak about Muslims in that way. I'm just pointing out objective facts that 52 countries in the world severely persecute Christians, and out of those 52 countries, the majority are Islamic countries. That's a fact. Yet people will say, oh, it's fake news, you're lying, show me, prove it. That's what you're dealing with, and you can't prove it to all these people, because they just want to enter a debate and argue with you. People that want the truth, they're the people we've got to find. We've got to get them activated to show them strength. And by us uniting together like this, it's a show of I would say it's a show of strength. I won't say a show of force, because that sounds, that's a term that can be used the wrong way, but it's a show of strength, and we need to show that the Muslim community and even the woke left community, that we're strong and we are going to now make that decision that we're going to be unrelenting on our faith and our principles, and we're going to defend them to the death, because this is our values and our principles, and we've been kind to everybody else, and we've given them a fair go. But we've been disrespected and spat in our face, not by all Muslims either. I'm not saying all Muslim people are bad. It's beautiful Muslim people. And even if they were our enemies, we still pray for them. But there is an element there that hates us, and we've seen it with Bishop Murray being stabbed by a 16-year-old boy as he screamed out Allahu Akbar. Like, that's a real thing that happens. We see in the UK. But they've got Sharia courts over there. We see people that can't even speak English as mayors of towns in the UK, who don't have our values, they don't share our values. And the thought precedes the action. So by speaking out about these issues and creating that conversation, and invoking that idea of being unapologetic to these people and stop being nice to them. For all you Christians, Jesus wasn't nice. And I think you know that. He offended people all the time. It's okay to not be nice. You know what the etymology of the word nice means? It means weak and foolish. And somehow we've turned that into a virtue in this country. So stop being weak and foolish. Don't be afraid to offend somebody with the truth. Put the truth first. You're going to get hated for it by some people, that's okay. But we need to defend what we know is true and valuable, even if others don't. And then when we get attacked for it and we persevere through it, I think over time a lot of people will be won over with our sacrifice and our position and our strength. Let's be strong, let's be bold and courageous, and also we're going to have some of our peacemakers going around to anybody who wants to defend or show an interest in defending Christianity, and we're going to have some little A5 documents that people can put their details in. So if you're interested in defending Christianity, we'll have some paperwork going around. If you want to leave your number, your name and your email, and then we can contact you and we can build something out from there. So let's get traction, guys. Thank you so much for having courage to stand against all the opposition, and let's continue to be unrelenting. God bless. And we're going to have a song from one more song. I think we're going to do. What are we going to do? Amazing Grace, beautiful, one of my favourites. And then we're going to have Jakob speak. He's going to give us a speech as well.